Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? Good to see you all. Here we have got Win and Belinda, and I'm sure maybe we'll have one or two others sneak in. I'll take the waiting room off. There we go. Great. Cool. Awesome. Belinda, I'm so glad you're able to join us. It was lovely chatting with you the other day. So well done for being here. Good job. Let's see. I always seem to have Win, even when I've got it on speaker view. Pin. There we go. Now I'm pinned. That's better. Great. All right. Welcome, everyone. So today, our theme for our yoga class are our feet. We're going to be focusing on them. If you've got some oil or something like that handy nearby, maybe go grab that while I chat or while I prepare us. If you haven't got it already, I've got some coconut oil here. You can grab some olive oil. If you use oil for massage, just grab your carrier oil. If you have like an essential oil that you like to use, I've got a nice rose geranium. That's what I'm in the mood for tonight. You can have that all handy nearby, which we are going to get to and use in the session a little bit later. So the idea for our class today is it's in line with my habit for the week, which is start the day right. And start the day right is all about starting on the right foot, hence working with our feet. And it's all got to do with the fact that, if we start right the night before, then it's so much easier to start the day right. And the idea is, again, have an earlier, lighter dinner, get to bed early when that natural fatigue kicks in, so that when you wake up in the morning as the sun rises and the birds and the bees all come alive, that you can really just take a moment to be grateful for the day and all the blessings that you have in your life, and that you're then able to hydrate and eliminate. And that's how you want to start every single day. You want to start your day light and free, and there's just loads of possibility. So that's where we're going with our class this evening. We're going to focus on our feet. We're going to focus on starting our day right. So ending the evening right, and then therefore starting the day right. So 2 quick announcements. One announcement is that, and Belinda will probably be able to say that it was really helpful it was, because we had a little chat. If you want to book in for a little coaching session on starting the day right this week, you can do that. And then I've got my 7-day clean eating challenge, which is coming up in February, which you're welcome to sign up. So all of that info is on the Facebook page. If you're keen, you can go ahead and do that. But for tonight, we are going to get to some yoga now. And it's just after 6, so I think we'll get going so that we can make the most of our time together. Usual rules and regulations apply. Any aches or pains, anything that you need to be a little bit mindful of, please adjust, adapt as you see fit. And then again, doing that which works for you. So coming into really any seated position, I'll actually use, well, I don't really have anything else, but a nice block to sit on, just to elevate the hips so that I'm really able to relax into my knees, so that the knees are not sitting up there. So if you need a couple of bricks or blocks, go ahead and do so. Sit nice and tall with the spine long and the shoulders relaxed. And observe the breath for a moment. Just noticing the breath as it flows in. And noticing your breath as it flows out. You're allowing yourself to become present and still. And with that stillness, take a moment to observe the space that's around you. And notice the space that is within you. And then notice how there's a softness, a pulsation, a very gentle pulsation. There's the pulsation of your heartbeat, the pulsation of the blood flowing through the veins. And even more subtle, the pulsation of the energy without or outside of you. Notice how as you focus on your breath, that the pulsation outside of you slowly becomes the pulsation that's within you. So as if you and the universe are pulsating as one now. In rhythm, in alignment. And then from there, take 3 slow deep breaths in and out. Very conscious, very aware, very mindful breaths. And after those 3 breaths, bring the palms of your hands together, get your hands nice and warm. Cup your hands over your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. And then blink your eyes a few times, removing your hands, getting used to the light. You can shake out the hands. And then from there, take it into shoulder circles. So as you inhale, take your shoulders up and back. Exhale down and around. Nice, big tension releasing circles. And then circling the other way. Inhaling, shoulders go back and up. Exhaling forwards and down. And noticing how it feels when you work in that reverse direction. Move into the elbows, the wrists and the hands. And then 3 circles the other way. And really stretching out the legs. You may want to come off your block if it's a little small. Take the legs apart, circle into your feet. Working into those feet and the ankles. Change direction, circle the other way. Allow the circle to move right up into those hips. Point and flex a few times. And then as you sit nice and tall, if you find that you slouching, then bend your knees so that you can sit tall. It really doesn't matter. We're going to work into the neck. As you exhale, you're drawing the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. Inhale, bringing your head back to neutral. Exhale, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. Inhale, back to neutral. Once more, exhale, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. Inhale, back to neutral. Last time, this time as you tilt your head down, let your head stay down, or your chin down. Soften into the shoulders, soften into the throat. Then inhale, draw your chin along your left collarbone to the left. Exhaling back to the center. Inhaling, draw it along the right collarbone to the right. Exhaling back to the center. Twice more to each side. Be really, really gentle with the neck. Getting down to the jaw can stay relaxed. You might find that you're hearing some cracking or creaking this evening. Just noticing. It might feel smooth and fluid, open and light. Or there may be a slight stiffness or tightness. Just depending on how your day's been. Inhaling, bring your head back to the center after your last round. Take your shoulders right up to your ears, tilt your head back and just rock your head a little from side to side, releasing any tension from the back of the neck. And if you want to yawn, you can yawn. Head comes back to the center and release. Stretching out those legs again, give them a shake. Right, you're going to keep your left leg out in front of you. You're going to bring the right leg on top. So just placing the right foot on top. And we're really just going to start by kind of giving ourselves a dry massage. We're going to press gently into the balls of the feet. So you're just going to use your thumbs and you're going to press through kind of the lung area and the foot, the midsection, working all the way up to the heel. Already taking a bit of time to tune to your feet so that they know that they're going to be getting a bit of attention, a little bit of love today. Maybe working your way up into your toes, giving them a little bit of a rub, a little bit of a circle. And the instep is always a lovely place to hang out. There we go. Right. From there, hold onto your foot, hold onto your ankle and take it into circles. So you're actively circling that ankle joint. Circle it the other way. Stick one finger in between each toe. This is usually pleasurably painful. And then just gently squeeze your fingers together. So as you squeeze your fingers together between your toes, they're getting a little bit of a squeeze. Each area inside of the toes getting a little bit of a squeeze. And the important thing, especially as we start to get older, we start to age a little, is that we lose kind of the mobility of our feet and of our toes. And just taking some time to work into them, you can kind of move your hand foot back and forth to bring a little bit of mobility, flexibility into them. When you're doing your yoga, you really want to be spreading your toes so you can see the mat between your toes. You don't want your toes to kind of like bunch up, you know, like they've been in tight, high heel types of shoes. We really want to give our feet and toes space to spread and to nice. Right, give that ankle a little bit of a shake, or foot a shake as you hold the ankle, I should say, and then release that leg. And just notice how your right foot and toes feel compared to the left, which I haven't really had that much attention just yet. The right foot may feel a little warmer, a little lighter, a little more tingly. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So maybe just starting off with a couple of circles with that left ankle, a few in one direction, a few the other way. It's usually quite nice. And then we'll get into just pressing through the sole of that foot. We take the time to observe how one side feels compared to the other. Then we can really get immediate feedback as to what the practice is doing for us right there and then. We don't really have to wait till the next day or, or for someone to tell us what it's doing. We can actually use our own sensations, our own feelings to compare. Maybe work into the toes a little. And you'll find your hands naturally gravitate to the areas that your feet are crying for attention. Ah, that instep area is always so lovely. Sometimes the heel. Right, stick a finger through each toe. Ugh, there we go. And then just gently, oh, how delicious is that? Give them a squeeze, squeezing the fingers together. And you can move them back and forth. That's it. There we go again. It's not just about doing kind of like the classic postures. It's about taking it a little bit further. It's about bringing life and space and that feeling of unity into each and every part of your being. Like the feet, even your little toe, your big toe, they're part of you. So let's make them feel special. Let's give them some attention. Great. All right, when you're ready to release, hold onto the ankle, give the foot a shake out. And release it. Give both legs a shake. And again, take a moment to observe how those feet feel. Hopefully a lot more alive than before you started. So we'll move into this right leg again. We're going to wrap the right arm around the right leg and we're going to rock the baby. You're going to flex your left foot and you either hold the foot or you can place a foot into the crook of your elbow. Just gently rocking that leg back and forth. If you want, you can take that leg a little bit higher. That's Carter going a little crazy. Obviously something's disturbed him. Hi, boy. And bringing that leg down again. Bringing it up again. And we're just pivoting on the sitting bone. We're not like rocking furiously from side to side. We're really just on that sitting bone pivoting it a little. Keeping the chest lifted and open. Grab hold of the foot, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the nose and the toes towards each other. And release. Stretching that right leg out. And again, noticing how there's more life and awareness in this right leg and hip compared to the left. Right, same thing, other side. Wrap your left arm around your left leg. You can hold onto the foot, have it flexed, or you can place it into the crook of your elbow. Rocking that baby from side to side, and not quite rocking, it's more like pivoting. Just gently pivoting on that sitting bone. Making it a small, comfortable, enjoyable movement. So no strain, no discomfort. Keeping it easeful. Maybe going a little bit higher, if that feels right. Keep the breath comfortable as well. Maybe a little bit lower again. A little bit higher. Maybe inviting that leg to go just a little bit higher than the time before. Hold there, grab hold of your foot with both your hands, breathe in. As you exhale, bring your toes in the direction of your nose. And release. Stretching that leg out. And again, there should hopefully be a bit more life in the hips and the buttocks there. Soles of the feet come together. If you want to hop back onto your hard block, you can do so. Do that. And settling in here. Into Baddha Konasana, your cobbler. Now for the cobbler today, allow the feet to open as if you're reading a book. And again, you're going to use your thumbs and you're going to walk your thumbs kind of through the insides of the feet, through the insteps, just where it feels comfortable, just gently. Kind of giving yourself something to do while you hold the posture. You're just walking the thumbs up and down those insteps. Right. If you feel that you more kind of need to focus more on creating space, you can just gently massage those feet open. otherwise kind of working that line along even that bony part right on the sides, which for those who do reflexology will know that it's got to do with your spine, that it's related to your spine. So working that line maybe right down to your heels. Yes, comfortably. If you're unsure, stick to the areas that feel comfortable, usually the insteps, usually the broad part of the feet or the toes. Always doing what naturally, intuitively you're drawn to do. Great. Nice. So it's a nice way just to kind of hold Baddha Konasana for a little longer than we would maybe normally do it. You can give those inner thighs a bit of a rub and then bring the legs together. Give them a good squeeze. And then you guessed it, from here we're going to come and lie on our backs. If you want, you can place a soft pillow underneath your head. Make sure that you are comfortable there. Okay. And as you make yourself comfortable on your back, start with a few pelvic tilts. So as you inhale, you're creating that little arch in the lower back. And as you exhale, you're flattening. Just rocking the pelvis back and forth. So if you need to hug your knees to your chest, you can always do that. There we go, just rocking the pelvis back and forth. Make sure when you come down onto the mat, you want your back to be comfortable. So sometimes that means we need to rock from side to side. Sometimes we just need to hug the knees into the chest. Often working with the pelvic tilt just helps to release. And now really focus on pressing the soles of the feet down into the mat and just releasing the pressure a little as you inhale. As you exhale, press the feet down into the mat. Feel the small of the back touching the mat. Inhale, release. So we're not scrunching the toes. We're just pressing evenly down through the soles of the feet. So there's no need for the toes to kind of grip firmly on the mat, holding on for dear life. The ground is there. All we're doing is pressing. We're trying to press down through the feet as we exhale. And as we inhale, we're softening through the feet again. If you can become very aware of that sensation, that movement. Great. We're going to be getting back there in a little while. If you've got a pillow under your head, you may want to take it away. Send the arms out to shoulder level, palms of the hands down. We're doing a comfortable twist, Jatara Paravriti. So the feet are staying where they are on the ground. You're just going to roll to the sides of the feet, so the sides of the feet get a bit of massage. As you exhale, the knees move over to the right, and you're moving your massage, or you're kind of resting onto the outside of your right foot, the inside of your left foot. Inhale as your knees come back to the center, rolling through the feet. Exhale, moving onto the outside of your left foot, inside of your right foot. Inhaling, coming back. So we continue. You're moving in your own time. The inhalations bring you to the center. There's a little bit of a pause. The exhalations take you over to the opposite side. Now you can either keep your head in the center as you do this twist, or you can turn your head in the opposite direction to the knees. Keep the face and the jaw relaxed. And continue to observe the feeling, the sensation of rolling through the feet. How much of the inside, the outside of each foot stays in contact with the mat? How does that change as you bring your knees back to the center?
having the sensation of, or observing the sensation of the mat through the feet. It's a big thing that happens and changes as we get older. We forget to spend time barefoot. We forget to really feel with the soles of our feet, the different sensations, the sand, the ground, the gravel. So just taking a moment to tune in. We're making this the last round. We're not going to be holding it statically today. We're just going to, once you've completed with the knees to the left, ending with the knees to the center, and then bringing those knees to your chest to give them a good squeeze. Bring everything into alignment, see if you can work the bunion bones, the ankle bones, the knees together. So you're holding it there, so you don't have kind of one leg further out than the other. Trying to bring them into as much of alignment as possible. And noticing how balanced do you actually feel by being in that position? Does it feel a little odd, a little strange? Does it feel quite comfortable? And then to release, you can release the left foot to the mat. Right, we're going to go into cherry picking, one of the practices that we do quite often in our class in Saacks. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by having the toes nicely spread. We're going to push or extend the leg up, and we're going to push through the ball of the foot. As you extend your leg and you push through the ball of the foot, you're going to point your toes and you're going to squeeze your toes together as if you're picking a cherry. Then you're going to angle the foot towards you. So you're kind of drawing the foot towards you, and then you're going to spread your toes. So it's as if the cherry is popping into your mouth. So we're going to press through the ball of the foot. We're going to squeeze the toes together. Keep the toes squeezed as you bring the foot back, and then spread your toes wide. That's the second round. Press into the ball of the foot. Squeeze your toes together, picking the cherry. Pull the cherry off the tree, and then release the cherry into your mouth. Press the ball of the foot forwards. Now, pick the cherry. Pull the cherry, pop the cherry into your mouth. Twice more, press into the ball of the foot. Pick the cherry, pull the cherry off the stem, pop it into your mouth. Last one, press into the ball of the foot. Squeeze the toes, pull the cherry off the stem, pop it into your mouth, and then release. Great. Again, place the sole of the right foot on the mat. Notice again how the right foot, the shin and the calf are feeling compared to the left. You might feel that there's like a warmth or an activation through that foot and that leg already. We do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, that left leg comes up. It doesn't need to be a straight leg. Knee slightly bent is fine. We start with the foot flex, and then we're going to extend. We're going to press the ball of the foot forwards. Now we're going to squeeze the toes, picking the cherry. Pull the cherry off the stalk. Pop it into your mouth. Spread the toes. Press into the ball of the foot. Squeeze the toes. Draw them back and release. Press the ball of the foot forwards. Pick the cherry with your toes, pull it off its little stem, pop it into your mouth. And you go at a comfortable rate that works for you. Cherry picking with the toes. I know this from Emma, who's my Pilates teacher friend, and she does fascia and TRE and things like that. And the first time she kind of taught it to me, I absolutely loved it, because it really does get all the toes and the muscles in the feet active and working and engaged. And we do two more. Press into the ball of the foot. pick the cherry, pull the cherry off the stem, pop the cherry into the mouth. Last one, pick the cherry, pull the cherry off the stem, pop it into your mouth. And release. Give it a little bit of a shake. And notice how that left leg and foot feel. Deep breath in and out. Super. Bring the feet a little closer towards the buttocks. If you've got that pillow under your head, take it away again. Arms down alongside your body. We move into Dviparapitam, the little bridge. So we're really focusing on grounding down through the soles of the feet. Press down evenly through both feet, lifting the buttocks, lifting the spine, coming up as high as you feel comfortable. And as you exhale, slowly lowering back down. Dviparapitam, the little bridge. If you need to have a look, but don't do the posture and turn your head. So when you're working with this posture, make sure your head stays straight. You don't want to be lifting the body and turning the head. It's putting a little bit too much pressure and weight on that delicate neck. So if you need to ever check a screen, rather come completely out of the posture, watch a round or two and then join in again. Otherwise, you've all been doing yoga long enough to know exactly what the posture looks like, what it feels like, and you move to the rhythm of your breath. Exploring how deep, how far your body is happy to go this evening. It might be just a little way, it may be a really mini little bridge, or it might be a really big expansive one. Feeling that as you work, you pressing down through the soles of the feet. The more you ground down through the feet, the lighter the upper body should start to feel. The hips should be able to feel. Remember that your knees are staying straight forward. If you feel that your knees flare out to the sides, you can always just pop a brick in between or a tissue box or something like that to remind you to have that inward squeezing and the downward pressure of the feet. The inward squeezing of the inner thighs and the downward pressing of the soles of the feet. 2 more rounds. And the next time you're up at your highest point, you're going to hold your posture. Stay there, breathe. If you want to work with a mudra underneath, you can interlock your fingers, extending through the index fingers. If you want to hold onto your ankles, you can do that. Otherwise, just press down through the hands, press down through the feet. Feel that you're able to lengthen and open through the front of the thighs. Feel that your chest is able to open, that you can breathe easily, evenly, and comfortably. And there's also, as much as there's a firmness and a stability, there's also a gentleness within you. There's a sense of lightness and softness. When you're ready to come out of your posture, slowly release. You can bring your knees to your chest. And a few rounds of your Apanasana, your energy freeing posture. Inhale as you straighten your arms. Exhale as you bend your elbows. Smooth, easy, comfortable. And then from there you can either roll into your right side, coming up slowly, or you can swing yourself all the way up. When you come up, coming onto all fours. If your knees take strain, please place a blanket or a towel. You can even use your soft pillow underneath your knees and
to ensure that you are comfortable. Right, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, fingers nice and widely spread. Press down through the tops of your feet. So the feet aren't just kind of doing anything, you're pressing firmly down through the tops of the feet. Inhale as you open your chest for your cat stretch. Exhale, rounding, tucking under your chin, tucking under your tailbone. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you release. Okay, we take it into a cat stretch with a child's pose. See how far the legs and feet are comfortable and happy to go. So on the inhalation, we hover. As we exhale, we're going to push back into a child's pose, taking the weight back. Allow the forehead to move in the direction of the mat. Inhale as you take your weight forward, and you can bring as much weight forward as your wrists and your hands feel comfortable with. And as you exhale, take yourself and press all the way back. We do 3 more of these. Inhale as we come forward. Feel that the abdominals stay engaged, so we're not dropping ourselves, keeping our abdominals nicely engaged. Exhaling as we take the time to move back, press back, and it might be 1/3 of the way, it might be half the way, it might be all the way. And the same with coming forward, it might just be to your cat stretch position, it might be a little bit further. You're going to assess and judge for yourself how the body and the joints are feeling. Never going further than you are ready. Listening deeply within. The next time you're back, you can stay there. Mandukasana or frog. Allow the big toes to come together. Allow the knees to come apart. Settle here. This is where you are staying tonight. That's fine. If you feel you want to be on your forearms and your elbows, you can do that. You can always rest your forehead on a block. If you feel you want to go a little bit further, closer down and stretch the arms out, by all means. So adapting and adjusting to what feels right for you in this moment. Slow, steady breaths. And releasing. Pressing back up, coming back out. If you need to lean back to drain the sinuses, please go ahead and do so. Right. I'm going to come a little closer to the screen. So that we can start having a bit of fun with our feet. So if you want to sit on a hard block again, you can do that. I can think that might help. So, before we get all excited about our feet and our feet and massaging, and we do a little bit of pranayama first. So a little bit of breathing. For the breath work tonight, we're going to be doing the WHO breath, WHO. And with this breath, it is really slow and calm. You're pursing your lips a little and you're going. So it's not quite an Ujjayi breath. It's kind of a little similar. And it's not Sitali, the cooling breath, where you're drawing or you're sucking the air in. through your tongue. The inhalation is through the nose and the exhalation is through the mouth. All right, we're going to do just 5 of those and then we're going to move on. So we're going to sit nice and tall and take a nice deep breath in. Take a breath out. Again, smooth breath in. And then the first round. In smoothly, relaxing the abdomen and out. So with this breath, it really helps kind of release everything. You'll feel that the abdomen draws in, the sides of the waist draw in. You're releasing the breath fully. Inhale, relax the abdomen. When we exhale completely and fully, it allows more space for the inhalation. Last time, breathing in deep. Great. That's a lovely breath to do. You can do this at any time throughout the day, whenever you'd like. It really doesn't matter. So, time for the fun part. As we work with our feet, you're welcome to actually continue with the hu breath. It is such a nice breathing practice to do. So you don't need a lot of oil when it comes to the feet. A little bit is absolutely fine. Like maybe a teaspoon or so in the palm of your hand. Just gauge. I like to use, well, that was 2 drops, a drop or so of essential oils. If you don't have oils, you just do dry foot massage. It really doesn't matter. You can kind of warm the oil in the palms of your hands, and then you just start to spread. What you want to be careful of is that once you finish doing an oil massage on your feet, that you don't go like sliding across tiled floor. So you might just need to put your slippers on or socks or something like that, or just use a tissue afterwards or a wet wipe to rub it the most of the oil off. Right. So you're getting the oil on the top, the bottom of the feet, the sides, the heels. It also makes you aware of, if the feet need a little bit of TLC at the moment, or if you've actually been looking after them nicely. And again, let's start kind of with the insteps, just working, the inner foot, working there, working into the, let me see if I can put it here, the lungs area, working into the toes. If you feel you need a little bit more oil, grab a bit more oil. Each of the toes get a little bit of TLC. Just turning it over into the top of the feet, working the line of, each of the toes. There we go. All right, so getting a little bit more kind of into the toes, maybe starting with the small toe and working, sorry, it's hard to show, the inside and kind of the inner edges of the toes. You can squeeze them. So the front and the back of that toe, working the sides of the toe. That's what they call the sides of the toe. The next toe, little toe. You might always find, oh, this toe is a little scrunchy. Working the sides of that middle toe. Index toe. Sides of that toe, big toe, working the sides of the toe. There we go. Giving that lung area a nice little spreading again. The center of the foot. Maybe a little bit of oil. Get things going smoothly. Oh, there we go. That's nice now. There we go. Just working and spreading and moving. It's amazing how much body, especially if your body is really dry, how much the oil the body is actually able to absorb. And it's so good for you, especially if you're using something like pure sesame oil or coconut oil. Sesame oil, so it's got so much calcium in it, so it's really great for bones. Right, let's move to the top of the feet again and working that line of, maybe I need to just make that back, maybe that would make more sense. That line, next line, kind of between the bones, feels so good. Next line, next line. You just keep kind of going down, working the toes from this side. Giving each little one a rub. Working the line of the spine. You want to just be gentle around the ankle. And there's so many pressure points here. Just gently giving a little bit of a rub. And shake. Right, so that foot should feel lovely. I'm sure it does. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So you may just want to. I've also often, this is how I keep my sesame oil. Keep it in a squirt bottle. So it's just a little squirt down, squirt. But I felt like it's so hot, yeah. I really feel like I need coconut oil. Sesame oil is going to be a bit warm. So rubbing that across the feet, spreading the oil nicely. Oh, I must say, I am loving rose geranium at the moment. I never used to, but obviously something in my system has changed and is just enjoying that smell. There we go. Right, and again, let's just start with, you always actually want to be wearing old clothes or have a towel around when you do this. Luckily, these yoga pants are quite old, so it's fine to have a little bit of oil on them. Across the broad part, just give the toes a little bit of a rub. Maybe the front again. And then when you're ready, starting with the little toe. Back and front, sides can get a bit of a squeeze. Next toe, back and front. So we're really just giving love and attention to each part of our foot, middle toe. And it doesn't have to be long. I mean, we're doing a slightly longer one now. I mean, you can make this a super long practice. You know, you can spend half an hour on each foot and really give it love and attention. And it really is a lovely practice to do. You can, before going to bed, just spend some time massaging your feet. And if you don't have a lot of time, you just give them like a little bit of a quick rub down. Have your little bottle of oil near you. And go. Working the lung area again of the foot, just the broad part. Heel maybe wants a little bit of love. Again, top of the foot, working that line, working the next line, and see what feels comfortable. If you've got an injured finger, it might be hard to do. It might be both fingers, might be one following the other, it might be one right hand or left hand. Okay, there's no wrong way. It's your body. Do what feels comfortable for you. Little toe side. I think we're so scared often of kind of like not doing things right or doing them wrong. It's kind of like being at school, instead of just saying, okay, well, my body wants a rub. What is going to feel good right now? Little toe, side, top. Next one. Next one. You just keep going, maybe the instep again. And you're just giving those ankles a bit of a rub. Heel. Nice. And then when you're ready, just shaking out the hands. Getting rid of all that excess energy. Giving the feet a little bit of a shake. And hopefully they feel really happy and relaxed and light. So with that feeling, you are going to come and lie on your back for relaxation now. And you may want to, if you've got a jar of oil or something like that, close it, because you don't want to knock it over. I just did that when I was feeding Simon. I had 2 bottles of milk there and one was open, and anyway, half of that, the Diet milk went all over the show. So I had to quickly go back inside to go get him a new one. All right, so lesson, always close or bottles, or make sure they have lids before you head out and about. If you want to, turn the lights down. And you can lie on your back. You can close your eyes. Remember, you can always place that soft pillow under your head. You can place a bolster under your knees, a pillow under your knees. You want to be comfortable in your relaxation. But as you lie there, start off by allowing your head to loll a little from side to side. And then bring your head back to the center. Make tight fists of your hands. Reach your hands down towards your feet. Take a deep breath in. And slowly out. Flex the feet, tighten the thighs, tighten the buttocks. Squeeze, 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 squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And as you exhale, relax and release. Soften the legs, soften the feet. Relax the buttocks. Relax your arms, relax your hands, relax your fingers. Just allow your whole body to relax. Take a moment to breathe in deeply into your belly. And sigh the air out. Again, breathe in deeply. And sigh it out. And last time, breathing in deeply, breathing in fully. Allow your whole body to expand. And let the breath go. Allow yourself to settle into a state of relaxation. Take your awareness right down to the soles of your feet. Really take a moment to connect with your feet. It should be really easy to do that now after they've had the attention, the focus, and the love. And as you breathe down into your feet, allow your feet to relax. Each breath you take, the feet relaxing a little bit more. And take a moment to give thanks. Give thanks to the feet for all they're able to do. The mobility they have, the movement they have, the ability that you can stand on, they can hold you upright. They allow you to walk and run and play and kick balls and dance. They allow you to move from A to B, up and down. You're able to feel and sense. You can pick up things with your toes, release them. Just taking a moment to acknowledge the feet and everything they're capable of doing. And allow them to relax even further. Relaxing the shins and the calves. Relaxing the knees, the thighs and the hamstrings. Relaxing the hips and the pelvis. Relaxing the spine and the back. The abdomen and the chest. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. The neck, throat, face, and head. Your whole body completely relaxed. And your feet that are connected to the earth, that feeling of being grounded and stable is the same energy, the feeling that is in our base chakra, Muladhara chakra, the center of where we feel grounded, which is directly related to our sense of smell. So allow your sense of smell to be heightened or opened. So maybe observing the residue of the smell of the oil that you are using. Just smell without judgment, just observing. So we're allowing there to be awareness at the feet, at our perineum, the base chakra, and our nostrils. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow the awareness to linger a little bit longer at the tip of the nose, really focusing on that sense of smell. And allow your awareness to travel down to your base chakra at the perineum. Just focusing on the color red and the sensation of grounding. And allow your awareness to meander down to the soles of your feet. Once more feeling a sense of gratitude for your amazing feet. When you're ready, start to breathe a little deeper now, drawing yourself out of this gentle relaxation we did. As you breathe in and out, notice the rise of the chest. And allow the thumbs to move along the fingertips, waking up your hands. You can wiggle your toes, waking up your feet. When you're ready, stretch your arms out behind you. And yawn if you want to. Stretching diagonally through the body, right arm and left leg. left arm and right leg. Arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Give them a good squeeze. If your knees are up from side to side, go ahead and do so. Eventually, just roll all the way onto your right side. And when you're ready, come up slow, or when you're ready, take a breath or two there, and then place your left hand in front of your chest. And you can push yourself all the way up, coming into a nice seated position. You're welcome to end with 3 arms, or you can just take a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for, or you can feel that gentle vibration in your heart center, whatever is appropriate. So take the moment now. And after your 3rd round, your 3rd breath, your 3rd acknowledgement, bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment to bow the head and acknowledge the amazing, fantastic, awesome being that you are. Noticing how your feet are very grateful for having taken time out today to be here with them. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And when you would like to, you can return your gaze towards the screen. Namaste, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening further. Stop. Okay. Oh no, not eating balls. Stop.